What's up YouTube? I'm Jimmy. This is Fare from Scratch, and today we're going to be making pork kebabs. So for ingredients today, we're going to be using soy sauce, rice wine vinegar, Sprite, an onion, garlic, shallots, shiitake mushroom, and salt, pepper, and sugar. And of course we're going to need some sort of pork. Here I'm using a pork tenderloin. I'll probably use about half of this. But to get going, I'm going to put this in the freezer for about an hour before I cut that to size. So while that pork is in the freezer, I'm going to cut up my ingredients and start to make my marinade. So slice up your onions, do a rough chop for the garlic and the shallot, and then for your mushrooms, get that as fine as you can on your cutting board and then add it to a mortar and pestle or use a spice mill. So now we're going to start building our marinade. We can add the onions, garlic, and shallot, along with the shiitake mushrooms, the sugar, pepper, and salt. When all our dry ingredients are added, we're going to add our Sprite, soy sauce, and rice wine vinegar, and then just give it a good mix. So once all that's mixed, we can set that aside because now we're going to cut up our pork. So this has been in the freezer for about an hour, and what it does is firms the meat up, making it easier to cut. So I'm going to take about half of this and I'm going to cut it into these chunk-sized bites, almost like chicken nuggets, and I'm going to add them to our marinade. So once all your pork is cut, add it all to the marinade and give it a good shake. Now we're going to put this in the fridge for at least 24 hours. So this has been marinating for about 40 hours. I'm going to take these pork chunks out and put them on my metal skewers. So I'm going to pack these pretty tight because I think the more meat you have on one skewer, the better it cooks. So this is about what I'm going for one skewer. Now we can do this for the rest of them and then we'll get going cooking. So once you're done making your kebabs, save your marinade because we're going to use this in a second. Now use a grill safe pan or sauce pot here. I got this one at Bed Bath & Beyond for about $4, and I'm just going to add that marinade and all the juices from that marinade to this little cast iron pan. Now as this is kind of cooking, we want to bring it to a boil, but we want to scoop off any foam that may rise to the top. So once that's at a nice little boil, we're going to add our kebabs to the grill. So this is the key to the whole recipe. You're going to use that extra marinade to baste your kebabs as they cook. Now flip these about every minute, and as you do that, continue to baste them. So you can see we're getting some great color on these, and we're just going to continue to let these cook. We don't want to overcook these, but we want to have a nice caramelization, and I think that's where we're getting to right now. So I'm going to take these off the grill and they're ready to enjoy. So all in all, this recipe takes about 15 minutes to prep and about 15 minutes to cook. It's a really great recipe and they come out really tasty. If you like this recipe, please leave a comment on the video and remember to subscribe to the channel. Thanks a lot. Have a great day.